Good day, everyone. Drones have been used for emergency purposes for assistance and helping the ground personnel. The team between the human and the machine has actually been very advantageous in many emergency and disaster management situations. In our current lecture, we will be looking at the emergency drones and how have they actually been useful in various situations. Let's look at it in our upcoming slides. The use of drones by law enforcement often evokes fear of constant surveillance, yet much of what emergency responders actually use drones for may instead save your life. Drones have received mixed criticism because of their association with invasion of privacy and with their armed deployment in war. There is nothing more positive use that provides safety, protection, and relief from disasters. Natural and man made disasters destroy environments, often making conditions so difficult that relief workers are unable to access areas and provide assistance. Drones have the ability to take on roles where relief workers and manned vehicles fall short. With fire and emergency departments under more pressure than ever to provide more services for less budget, drones prove a valuable tool. Drones, especially equipped with thermal imaging, are one of the best tools a committee can invest in. They can be used in so many ways to assist fire and police departments and ambulance services. They provide a valuable tool for all different kinds of emergency situations, accidents, fire, search and rescue, crime scene investigation, and more. Let's look at what kind of applications that can be done with the emergency drones in our next slide. There are various applications for emergency response drone. Some of the applications are as follows: medical supplies delivery, fighter drones, disaster response drones, and rescue drones. Let's go through each of these a list of applications carefully in our upcoming slides. Blood transfusions are one of the most common procedures performed in hospitals around the world and are so routine and necessary that many paramedics are able to provide them at the scene of traumatic injuries. But in the remote rural hospitals, in resource limited settings, sometimes the necessary blood products just aren't available. San Francisco based startup Zipline has now developed a delivery drone which is being utilized by hospitals across Rwanda and Ghana to supply emergency blood products. The infrastructure in both of these countries can be poor and hospitals are sometimes inaccessible for vehicles, especially during the rainy season when floods can leave dirt, roads closed for days. Able to deliver blood, plasma, and platelets in a matter of minutes, all clinicians need to do is make a phone call or send an email or a WhatsApp text to Zipline headquarters requesting what they need. The blood products are then safely packaged inside a cardboard box, and the drone heads towards the hospital in need, reaching speeds of 100 kilometers per hour in just a second. It flies high enough that it doesn't need to avoid any other objects in the air and can handle severe wind, rain, and lighting. The automated drones are pre-programmed with set flight paths to different hospitals and designed to always deposit their deliveries in the same spots so medics can find them easily. Paper parachute helps it drop to the ground gently, and the products inside can be transfused into the patient. Zipline operations will be serving more than 2,400 health facilities, and the company even has signed a deal with the Indian state of Maharashtra to launch there in 2020. So this is something that definitely is coming to Maharashtra and in India. So this is something that we can definitely explore after the lecture also. While drones continue to get much smaller, more powerful, and have better payload options, one thing that will stay the same is its ability to reach quickly a vantage point where humans cannot easily get access to. This remote controlled or even autonomous flying platforms can be used to make people's job easier and more efficient through better information gathering and surveying. Firefighter drones are sent to fire locations as scouts using cameras with thermal imaging technology to help first responders in their rescue efforts. From wildland firefighting to burning buildings, thermal drones can see through smoke and dark to detect the hotspots and where the crew is. It is this type of technology leverage that can really mean difference between more property damage to greater loss of life. One of the projects that we had done using for firefighter drones is actually using drones and thermal imaging and machine learning to identify locations which immediately need response. So, for example, if you have a floor burning or a building burning, what is the place where the firefighters can immediately get in through? What are the locations that are very sensitive to any changes or which are ready to collapse? And what are the locations where humans are trapped in? This was one of the projects that I had done with a couple of people in the firefighting department because they wanted this kind of response, especially for high skyscrapers. So this is some application which is actually being readily used or actually being ready to be used in many of the firefighting locations. When environmental disasters strike, the first 72 hours are critical. As responders work to save lives and minimize damage, they rely on accurate geographic information to coordinate operations. The more officials know about impacted areas, the more effective their response. Because drones can be deployed quickly over disaster zones, responders are using them to produce 3D maps, scan for victims, and assess damaged infrastructure. These, among other applications, have cemented the role of drones as an essential part of emergency response, disaster response. Responders use drones to provide rapid situational awareness with mapping technology and imagery, help firefighters identify hotspots and assess property damage, capture imagery for communication and news coverage, search for survivors, access utility and infrastructure damage, and create a map of the impacted area. A search and rescue drone is an unmanned aircraft used by emergency services, police officers, firefighters, or voluntary rescue teams, ideal for searching over vast areas for missing persons and crime victims in need of rescue and in any environment. Drones equipped with thermal imaging cameras can cover large areas much faster than ground crews and can be deployed much quicker and at a fraction of the cost than traditional manned aircraft. One of the most recent application that is being used is for using drones for deploying small buoys to actually save people who are stranded in the sea. For example, it is always very difficult to throw a life jacket or a buoy close to the victims which are in the sea. So what happens is the drone is equipped with a small inflatable buoy where which it goes and it actually drops the closest to the victim so that the person can quickly go on to that life jacket or the buoy. So this is one of the applications that is being recently being developed at many institutions across countries. How do you select a disaster response drone if you will be working in this particular area? An emergency service should avoid simply following the status quo of multi-rotors and really assess their drone use cases before selecting their airframe. Ultimately, the choice of drone will dictate a drone's team capabilities and the level of performance that can be achieved. A drone model that an emergency service decides to purchase dictates what drone capabilities they have and the level of performance they can achieve, thus making drone selection an integral variable in establishing best practices. Following are the selection criteria for selecting a drone for emergency response. First, a reliable platform with redundant systems is minimizing single point of failure within the system. Second is a global navigation satellite system. Third is an integrated camera system, preferably modular with live downstream capabilities in HD format. Fourth is its ability to fly in moderate winds and light rain. So this is very important since many of these locations where you are using response drones, there is a possibility of a light rain or a possibility of moderate wind happening. So you don't want to be unable to use a drone just because of these factors. And finally, an integrated SDK so that specific apps can be written to help operators. For example, DJI drones are and many others. So you want to write apps which are particular to an application or an emergency application. So there should be an SDK along with the drone so that it is easier for an operator to write those applications. Students are requested to go over more use cases where drones can be used for emergency purposes because this is one of the most upcoming places where drones are being used and drones are readily required. For example, if you talk about the COVID times also, drones were used along with speakers to actually tell out warnings to people who are gathering in groups. So these kind of uses of drones are actually taking up a momentum, especially in this time. So students are definitely requested to look up various applications where drones can be used. Thank you.